Okay, so I'm gonna give you a really good before look, and I'd love to hide this, but I'm not going to. My husband's an electrician. He's gonna love to see this. He's got to fix our little outlet that we have popping out of the wall here, but that's okay. We're not gonna touch that. Yeah, it's a disaster in here. We've been in and out from summertime, parties, and all that jam. So things have gotten pretty gnarly in here. Pictures are crooked. My goal is to just clean it out, reorganize, and get everything back in a spot, get rid of things that are expired or I see that the kids are no longer going for, and just kind of cleaning up in that way and just making it a more organized space again. And this pantry is super narrow, as you can see. We don't have too much. It is a walk-in pantry, but it's super narrow. So I'm gonna do my best to have you guys not look at a wall the entire time. But I'm gonna set this here and start cleaning out some stuff. This is a basket that I like to, that got completely unorganized, that I had all like our paper plates in and plastic utensils and that sort of thing, cups, straws. Anyway, I'm going to leave this because I actually ordered a 3-tier shelving rolling cart. I'm going to say that's what they are called. And plan is to organize most of what's in this basket onto that cart. So that way when we're outside and having a pool day or out on the deck having dinner or whatever it may be, I could just roll the cart out with all the paper plates and the napkins and the utensils and all of that stuff, cups. And I'm thinking it'd be nice for storage in here, and it'll also be convenient for me to be able to take outside with me when needed. So that is the thought with that. So we're gonna leave this alone, so don't look at this. Hopefully it'll be in a future video where I organize that, but right now I'm just going to go into this area where I kind of try to keep my canned goods. I have some baking stuff on here, and just kind of organize this a little bit better. I am obsessed with all things fall, and I am definitely stocked up on pumpkin puree. Susans are great. They actually hold quite a bit. I don't think that these necessarily need to be on here, but I have some baking stuff, some Jell-O, just checking dates. Yep. So this guy's February 2023. So he's got to go. We have some mini chocolate chips. gonna have some random baking stuff on here. Let's see, are these guys 2026? Okay, good with those. See if this, all right, this is unopened. Cool. So I'm just gonna take these and just give them a quick wipe down. These things were so gross, but they cleaned up so good. This is like a rubber material on the bottom that's super easy to clean with some hot soapy water. And I could keep the syrup on here and things that the kids need to get quickly to, peanut butter and jelly. I keep the Nutella and stuff on here. So this thing gets gross and cleaned up like a dream. And I wipe down the bottom of the syrup container. Is that something that also gets disgusting when it gets used? So I'm going to set all that stuff back on here. Why did I think? I feel like my daughter opened this and had it and then didn't put it back in the refrigerator. And I'm pretty sure that's a no-no. So this might have to get tossed. Now that I've gotten the majority of the shelves over here cleaned up, gonna work on those baskets later, and I'm gonna head over to our snack area. Which another reason why I wanted to do this today is because we are low on snacks, which is a good time to clean everything out, dump what we don't, the kids don't eat anymore, which is usually what happens towards the end. If whatever's left is usually things that the kids really aren't into anymore, or that I've recently bought a couple of things from BJ, so it's not like we have nothing, but just a good time to get everything cleaned out so that when I bring in new stuff, it all has a place to go. And for now, these baskets I have in here work out great because they're very easy to just take over to the sink and rinse out, when sticky stuff gets on them and all the crumbs and all that stuff. So I like these. I think I had gotten a bunch of them from Bed Bath & Beyond when they were open, but they were super affordable and, nothing expensive or not necessarily something nice to look at either, but they're very easy to clean and they work for now. I like getting everything out of their original packaging, at least for the most part, especially when we shop BJ's or any big box store, or even when I get the big packages of stuff from Walmart or ShopRite or whatever. I like getting whatever I can out of the boxes and into these baskets, and it just makes it easier for the kids to get to, and that way there's not a bunch of boxes and everything thrown all over the pantry. And these cereal containers are great. They keep the cereal very fresh, and whatever doesn't fit in it, I will stick behind, and then we can put more in as they get empty. And they've been working out great, and I've had these for years. And these cereal boxes that I get from BJ's obviously come with, more than one bag in a box. So like I said, I'll put one bag in, and I will keep the other bag behind. That way I always know what I need more of at the time. And then when there's nothing left in the back, I know that I have to get more of that particular cereal. We are a cereal household. We like our cereals. The kids, obviously my 9-year-old loves Lucky Charms, but I have to get those seldomly because he will literally eat the whole box. So and so would I. And I am on to the pasta now. It's another thing we usually have an abundance of, and just getting that all situated. We're making some headway. I try to keep the snacks that I don't mind my kids grabbing at on the bottom here. And sorry, I know it's super narrow in here, so I'm trying to do my best showing you guys, but try to keep the snacks down here that I don't mind them having, which, like I said, we're very low on snacks right now, but that's okay. Makes it easier to organize. Then a level up is where we have like our more cookies and things that I don't want them to eat as often. It doesn't mean they don't get to it, but that's kind of the method to my madness. We have all my pastas over here and our cereals. For now, what I have is restocked, and whatever overstock I have of cereals, I will keep behind in their bag until we can refill these guys. And now I'm gonna head up top here where I keep all my baking goods and kind of some random things. These containers I love. I had gotten off Amazon probably over a year ago now, and they're holding up great, and they're all labeled, and it's been working out nicely. These are extra, so it's pretty good up here. I just want to straighten up. I have some random, like some little umbrellas, just some random party stuff that I have to put away and sort through, and we're looking pretty good in here. Has been working out really nicely. I got this back when I got in these other Lazy Susans. It's like a 2-tiered Lazy Susan, and I try to keep my sprinkles, some random icing pouches, and that type of thing up here. And these little containers I also got off Amazon, and it just allowed me to, you know, take all the sprinkles out of those little individual kind of like these things that they come in, and put them in these guys, and that's been working out really great. And a lot of these are seasonal Halloween. I have some random candle holders in here, some candles. I actually would like to get more of these for the top tier because they've been working out really nicely. Okay, so up here is looking really good. Just got everything kind of back in order. I'll show you what I have up here. And forgive my, I should have said this in my last video, please forgive my sniffling. Well, I thought I was getting over a pretty bad head cold, but as I'm talking to you right now, I can't hear my voice. I sound very muffled. My ears have just been clogged. I've been congested. Thought I was feeling a little bit better today, so please excuse me for the sniffling and if my voice seems a little off, but so just have everything up here. This stuff was good to go. Really wasn't that bad. And then over here, just straightened up the sprinkle area. I have all my, this is where I keep all my kind of candles and cupcake liners. Just some random cake decorating stuff, fondant, you know, cake piping bags and that type of thing. Just keep everything in here. And up here gets rotated pretty frequently, so no, I don't have everything dated, but you know, we go through chocolate chips like crazy, we go through oatmeal, the walnuts get used up fairly quickly, all the powders and the flour and the sugar, everything gets gone through pretty frequently in our house. I you know, bake pretty frequently and cook a lot, so it gets used up pretty quickly. And now we're going to move on to my chips and kind of cracker bin, and then we can vacuum. I think I'm gonna order on, because as everyone knows, I'm sure it's Amazon Prime deals. Although I'll tell you what, I've gone on Amazon and looked in my cart. A lot of the stuff is not on a deal, and actually some of the stuff that is on a deal, I feel like is cheaper when it's not on a deal. But anyway, I wanted to get those. They're, a better version of this for your chip bags, and it's just like the long piece that you literally just slide on, and it's supposed to keep your bags, airtight. I think I'm gonna go on today. I think I'm gonna order some of those because these guys just aren't doing the trick anymore. And I did go on and order those, as well as the rolling cart and the microwave splatter guard. So I will keep you posted and let you know what I think of those. They have really good reviews. I'm going to forget what they're called again. Grip Stick. They're called Grip Stick. They have really good reviews on Amazon, and I've seen them before. So I'm excited to try those out and see how they work. I'm also excited to see if my kids will actually use them. Okay, so we've gotten the majority of this cleaned out, and just trying to show you all the crumbs and all that we got to get back up before we put our chip bins back in. I decided to lift this runner up in here. It didn't serve any purpose, and all it did was catch crumbs and make it more difficult for me to vacuum up in here. So I'm just rolling that up, getting that out, and just gonna clean up the rest of everything on the floor in here, and then we can get everything put back in. And I also decided to do a quick steam mop in here, because it's something I haven't done in quite a while, maybe even ever. A lot of times if I drop everything, I'll just hand wipe up in here, but since we had everything pretty cleared out, I just wanted to give it a quick mopping in here too. Okay, so it is definitely better than I found it. Got everything kind of cleaned out, crumbs out of most of these baskets. Down here is looking good. This is like an overstock basket of just unopened things that I like to keep down here. Got all this cleaned up, just some extra overstock things up top. All the way up top is where I keep a bin of candy where the kids cannot get to it unless me or Chris get it down. Some extra ones of these I have up there in those bins. And just some random, our coffee urn, lemonade mixes, iced tea mixes, vinegar, apple juice, that kind of thing up there. And like I said, down here is still a mess, but I have the shelf piece on its way, or not, I should keep calling it a shelf, like a rolling cart on its way that I'm kind of hoping that I can keep to the side here, but we'll see how far it comes out from the wall. It's very narrow in here. Not sure what happened to this picture. I think I'm just gonna take it down at this point. And overall, at least I can see what I have now. I definitely need to stock up on sauce, although it's not sauce season right now, but gotta stock up on some of that. Definitely are low on a bunch of things, but at least I have a nice space now to be able to restock in. And I am happy about it. I definitely would love to do wood shelves in here, new paint job in here. These are obviously builder grade shelving that we're working with here, but it works for now. Got that runner out of here. It was just it was just too much of a crumb collector, and there was really no need for it to be in here. So took that out and got everything straightened up. And now we're gonna move on to the stovetop and hopefully the microwave. I'm also in the market for a new air fryer. This air fryer has been great. It served its purpose, but it just takes up so much space on the countertop, and I'm not loving it anymore. And even though when I clean it, it's at the point where it just never looks 100% clean, and I don't know, it just takes up a lot of counter space. And I want to go back to, I used to have the one that just kind of had the pull-out handle thing. So I'm thinking about going back to one of those. So if you guys have any recommendations for a smaller scale air fryer that I can like keep under a cabinet. This I can't even get into a cabinet. It's just too wide and just takes up too much space. So for now, I've been keeping it in the floor of the pantry, which is a pain in the butt, yes, to take in and out. But that's how stubborn I am and how much I don't want it on my countertop anymore. And yes, I do take it in and out when we go to use it. Microwave's in pretty bad shape. Let it go a little bit longer than I should have. Another thing on my Amazon Prime cart checkout list, although it's not on a Prime deal last time I saw, is the microwave cover that magnetizes to the top of the microwave so that you don't have to keep wasting paper towels every time something is gonna splatter. So yeah, let's get it clean, and then hopefully I'll have my splatter guard and we won't have to clean the microwave ever again. I definitely do think that's wishful thinking, but I don't know what took me so long to get one of those splatter guard things. It's definitely been something that I've been thinking about getting forever. I'm surprised I didn't get them when we had the Bed Bath & Beyond by us. I'm sure they sold them at the time. But anyway, better late than never. It hopefully, you know, the kids and my husband will actually use it, because you do have to detach it from the top and put it over the food. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. But for now, I'm just wiping up all the crumbs and getting in here clean. Took the glass piece from the bottom, or not glass, whatever it is, tempered glass, and wash that off in the sink. And I'll tell you, the worst part of the microwave was actually the top part. Ugh, it was just all full of dust. Okay, looking pretty good. Nice and clean. Now let's tackle the stovetop. I like to start off cleaning the grates with these stainless steel scrubbers. They don't scratch anything, and that way all the crumbs and stuff fall onto the stovetop, and then I can just wipe that up when I start to clean the stovetop. You can also do this in the kitchen sink too, but I'm just giving it a quick wipe down up here right now. And then I'll give it a quick rinse and sink. And while those are air drying, I'm going to just give this a light scrub with my sponge. Get the majority of the crumbs up, which doesn't seem like it's too bad today with the crumbs anyway. And then we're gonna put some barkeeper's friend on it to get it real shiny. And you do want it wet when you put the barkeeper's friend on it. So I'm just kind of going over with my sponge and just making it a little bit wet. So this is it. And if you're not familiar with it, it does not scratch. It makes things super easy to get up. Sprinkle on wet surface, rub gently, rinse with clean water. So I use this sometimes in my sink when I want to do an extra shine. I use it on the stovetop when I like to get it nice and shiny. And it's great. Squeeze the excess water out of the sponge in the sink, and then I'm just going to go back at it harder this time with a little more oomph and get all this burnt on stuff up and gone. And you'll find if you start to get dried out, just wet your sponge. If it's looking like it's not pasty, just wet your sponge and go back at it. And sometimes I'll take these off and really do a good scrub underneath them, but they don't really need it right now. And I'm just kind of working in on the sides. So I am going to do the inside of my oven soon. So maybe when I do that, I'll go back. I'm sure by that time, this will need to be done again. And then I'll take these top guys off. Okay, now I'm just gonna go back at it with a wet microfiber cloth and just wipe it down and squeeze out in the sink as I go. And give it a rinse. And finish up. I have one stubborn little spot here that doesn't want to come off, so I'm just going to put a knife, a butter knife, inside my microfiber cloth. That way to prevent scratching. And just be careful that you don't push the knife through your cloth. And just like that, it's gone. I even like sometimes to take the butter knife and go through like these crevices here and really get in there and get any gunk out. But like I said, I'm planning on doing an deep oven cleaning sooner than later. And I'm thinking I'll go back at this at that point and do like a deeper stovetop cleaning. But today I just wanted to get that gunk out and I just wanted to shine this puppy up. I think we've accomplished that. I was so happy that I was able to clean out my pantry, get the microwave clean, and clean off my stovetop. There were 3 things on my agenda that I really wanted to get done before I had to get the kids today. So I am one happy camper, and if you can check something off your list today, go for it. If not, go enjoy summer. And I had to leave you with what I had for lunch today because it's a heat wave here in Jersey, 100-degree plus weather, and I'm making myself chicken soup because I just wasn't feeling good. And when you don't feel good, nothing makes things better than a bowl of good old chicken soup. So happy summer. Make yourself some chicken soup, even if it's 100+ degrees outside. Let's catch you in the next one, guys. Bye.